It's your friendly neighbor Ken here at the scrapyard. What's good tonight? I'll tell you what's good tonight. Man, we just had a huge ass sparring session. Um, so basically, I held a open sparring session at the scrapyard tonight, and did a little bit of barbecuing. We had a pretty good amount of people come out. Moses, El Perro, Genshi, Seek John 14 V6 came out. Buddy V was out. Who else? A new guy. So yeah, hey, what's up, Straight Gaga? So anyway, we had like a ton of people come out. We started at 5:30. Not dark yet, you know. I expected it to go a couple hours. Dude, am I gonna have connection issues tonight? Is that better? I don't know. We might have connection issues tonight, people. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I put the gloves on and I did 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I got to my 5th round and I went against a guy named El Perro. You may or may not have seen El Perro. He recently fought in our yard. I've been working with him a little bit. Tiger Dragon was there too. Welcome to the session. You may or may not have seen him fight. You should go check out his fight though. I guarantee you will be entertained. So, you know, the sparring rounds were going pretty good. I felt like I was doing everything I wanted to do, and you know, I got a little overconfident. Yeah. And against El Perro, I thought, you know, we're just boxing, but I thought, man, I'm gonna throw a Superman punch at this guy. Well, I threw that Superman punch, and do you know what happened? He threw an overhand right, and he hit me right here, right here, right here. I took a knee because I couldn't feel my face. My tooth hurt, and my vision was screwed up on my eye. So I sat out for, you know, a little while, actually, you know, some rounds or whatever. I started to feel a little bit better. And I took some ibuprofen, you know, the numbness went away. My face still kind of hurts. Like if I push in my eye, oh yeah, I can feel it in my eye. It sucks. Dude, it sucks getting cracked like that. I haven't been hit like that in quite a while. And I you know what though? It's all part of boxing. It's all part of fighting people. You can't. I'm actually putting the card in right now because I kind of want to see the video. Um, you know that kind of stuff happens though, uh, and I mean you just learn from it. If you're not training with people that are hitting you once in a while, ooh, Juan Hernandez, hey, congratulations on your blue belt. I put those belts in like a week ago. I thought they were better than just the stupid little symbols. Also, Juan, you should try this out. Promotion. Juan, you should try this out. You have access to custom emojis. See if you can make one work. I want to see if they work. So, anyway, people, I might just put that footage on our membership section of me getting cracked in the head and going down. Oh, God, my tooth still hurts. If I wouldn't have had my mouthpiece in, I probably would have lost a damn tooth. Oh, wow. You got all of them. I'm going to put more on, okay? I'm going to get more of those. I got to say I'm partial to the third one, though. So tonight, we start sparring at, you want to see me get cracked. You will. I'll find it for you. So anyway, we started at like 5:30 and we got to dark time. Like uh, it got dark out. It's 7:30 rolled around or whatever time it gets dark out. And man, we just kept going. We didn't quit sparring until like 9:30. Bro, I'm telling you, I did grappling rounds with Buddy V, with I boxed everybody multiple times. I must have done like 15 to 20 rounds. And there's the connection issues again. So I feel pretty good though. Like I don't feel like I'm overly tired like you would think from doing that many rounds, but I just think my face hurts the most. We had a pretty good time. I do kind of I see. You can't see it very good. It looks so pitiful, but I really do think I'm gonna have a black eye tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Uh, I was rocking the Philly shell, but I did a stupid Superman punch and I like forced myself into his oncoming fist. He was already moving it forward and I jumped into it. And I did not have my hand up like I should have. Yeah, my bad. But it's been a while since I've been cracked like that. Other than that, we got some pretty good rounds in. And I'll put some footage up. I'll probably put it in the Facebook group. Actually, if you go to the Facebook group right now, you could you're not going to find that because I don't think they were filming a live, but we did almost like a gauntlet. I just want to pull this footage up. I want to see what our lights look like in dark. We could pull off a night event, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm going to pull one up right here. I mean, it's doable. We got pretty adequate lighting, I think. I'm gonna find that video though. I gotta do it. I gotta see how bad it was. Okay, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's me and Buddy V. Oh, that was a 3-minute round. Okay. Oh, here it is. El Perro. Oh, that was a bad one. Oh, oh man. Yeah. I gotta put that up for you guys. I might open up a window right now and upload it for, especially for you, Juan. Yeah, I don't know how well GoPro. I think I think my phone actually does a better job at capturing low light than my GoPro. I had it on the low light setting. I love how El Perro was very apologetic for punching me. Like, I'm like, oh man, it's okay. You punched me. We're boxing. Shit happens. So we got an event coming up, guys. I'm pretty freaking pumped about it because we got some good names. We got round 2 of 55-pound tournament coming up. We got Hitmon Lee versus Buddy V. And we got Boy and Isaiah. The winner of those fights will go on to fight each other in April for the title. And people, I'm looking at getting another title belt. Sorry, I'm putting the video up right now. I'm looking at getting another title belt. I think I'm gonna do 170-pound kickboxing. I think that's gonna be the next one that I'm gonna do. Because I gotta look at where we got the most people. Definitely that. I would like to do something at 205 boxing to combat that filthy Canadian that keeps trying to that wants to come in and take our belts away from us. Not a Canadian, the Canadian. He's not actually Canadian. That's his fight name. So no offense, King Warlord. But we have to stop him. Okay. Okay. So Juan, you'll be able to see this in a little bit. However long it takes to upload. Like no, there's no heavyweight title yet, but I'm looking at doing a heavyweight title. I'm looking at heavyweight, light heavyweight, 170 kickboxing. So the more activity that we vision and weight is, it's easy to make a title because we don't buy new belts for each title, guys. We just I have 3 titles, or I'll have 3 belts. Each belt represents a different division: kickboxing, boxing, and MMA. So they're kind of shared belts between the different weights. And the reason for that is, guys, the belts are like $200 each. And I'm not trying to be a cheap ass, but look at how many weight classes: 145, 155, 170, 185, 205. I want to do a 220 and heavyweight. Now multiply that by 3, and then multiply that by 200. That's quite a bit of money. So anyway, they're shared belts basically. As a champ, you have the right to have your picture taken with it and claim status as champion of that division and weight class. So we are having a 155-pound boxing title fight at our next event. That will be Golden Hands versus Gallo for the rematch. It was some people. Okay, I get it, you guys. Some people in the comments section of the Golden Hands video were pretty convinced that Gallo won that fight. I was there. I was watching, and I thought it was too close to call. That's why we have judges, okay? And some people were like, no, that were there were saying Guile won. Guile won, right? Well, okay. I had to find out for sure. So when the video came out, I went on there. And when you see the slow motion and you see Golden Hands rolling his shoulder and punches going over his shoulder, dude, that level of experience that he has, though a lot of those punches just don't count. So after watching it, I was like, Golden Hands won that fight. It was close, but he did. And then I went back to my judges' scorecards. They had it first round for Gallo, second round for Golden Hands, third round for Golden Hands. And he only won by, I think he only won by like by a point or two, you know. So it could have easily went the other way. I mean, I'm I'm I don't let champions hold on to their belts because I like them or anything like that. There's no hidden agenda, guys. It's right down the middle, fair. If somebody wins the fight, they win the fight, they get the belt. It's like there's no bias. So yeah. But the rematch, we're giving him a rematch. So who do you guys want to come back to the yard? Or who would you like from a different branch to see come out to our yard? I'll tell you, I've had some people interested. Had some people hit me up from the main branch and were like, the Lady of Heaven trailer. Okay, I just got a comment. Can you please react to the Lady of Heaven trailer? Does anybody know what that is? Stanley? Who's Stanley? 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 I don't know Stanley. Is he Street Beast Fighter? Oh, geez. Come on, guys. Ask me some questions. Let's get this interactive. We got some people in here. What do you guys want to see next out of the scrapyard? What's up, Cedric? A beast from Street Beast. I gotta look him up. I'll be honest, guys. Since I started running this branch, I've kind of been not seeing all the fights from the other branches. It's just, it's. I would love to, but I mean, so it's time consuming. Okay, okay. Have to check it out. Ooh, more MMA fights. We're definitely having MMA fights next event. I got a lot of people signed up for MMA. Those tend to do the best too. You know, I watch what the comments and the views do, just to see what we can kind of. Buddy V, congratulations on your blue belt. Making my way into the chat. Yeah, Buddy V and I went some rounds tonight. Had a good time. Thanks for coming out, bro. Yeah, Chris, that's how we do it in Street Beefs. Um, Basically, there's a couple reasons. So for one, it keeps the records simpler. Okay, when you got to add in win, loss, no contest, draw, and you're trying to announce 30 fights in a day, it's like, oh, this is so and so. He's got a 10 and 5 and 2 and 1. Okay, that's one reason. The other is if somebody goes out there and puts the effort forward and it's ruled as a draw, why not just give them both a win? It's not hurting anything. Some fights are just too close. Oh, you forgot to do interviews. Damn it. You had one job. One job, buddy V. Ah, that's all right, man. You can do interviews in between your fight at the next event. We still got more fights to upload, guys. Sorry, I get tired. Still got more fights to upload, guys. We got Hollywood versus Turtle, Shrugs versus Turtle, and Shrugs versus. We look. It is just slipped my mind, guys. Hey, Francisco, what's up? We also have Anubis versus Rockadile. That one is an MMA fight, and that one's not out yet, but it's also not done. I'm waiting on Pete, our camera guy, to finish up the last fights. Baby Hulk has actually hit me up and is interested in coming out to the scrapyard. So you're not in this country, are you, Cedric? Or are you? Yes, Jay got him. Very entertaining and continuously improving. Ah, you're from the Philippines. That's it. Okay. What time is it there? It's 11:07 p.m. here on Saturday. Shinigami's actually talked about wanting to come out here too. Actually, he was interested in coming out here. He almost came out. Almost. And then he couldn't make it because it was short notice. So I mean, can't expect people to just jump in a car and drive up here with really short notice. And then the next month, and he was going to come with the Canadian. The next month, Canadian came out, but he didn't make it out, which is cool. I mean, I think he was getting ready for a fight, but he has expressed interest. He has expressed interest in coming out here. El Diablo is actually he's an older guy. I mean, he's in his mid-40s, I believe. He might not be in America right now. I thought I heard something about that, but I can't be 100% on that. Yeah, so we're just waiting on those last few fights. I'm dropping them. Oh, it's 3:09 p. Whoa, 3:09 p.m. there. Wow. Is it Sunday? It's got to be Sunday. I am spacing the videos out so that you guys don't get overwhelmed with videos from our fights. So yeah, continuously dropping videos. How about that? I'm also trying not to put the sparring videos and stuff on my channel anymore. I mean, they're fun to watch, but they're really not for everyone. Beach versus Gumby. Yeah, Gumby moved on, but we're gonna have some pretty. We've already got people like showing a lot of promise. I'm confident Gumby's gonna move on, go pro, all that. But we do have people right now that are, Gumby started out, and then he's gotten better and better and better. And I see people like that right now, like little mini Gumbies, Yeah. Just little balls of clay getting formed, and then eventually leave us and go pro. But that's what I want. I want the fighters to pursue these endeavors. I want them to make the most of the scrapyard and street beefs, get some notoriety, and have a little bit of a following. Not really, Chris. Geez, I guess I don't know. Okay, I almost had a beef fight a couple days ago. Two women. One was all about like, hey, this girl, I don't remember what, I wouldn't put it out here anyway, but this girl, I want to fight her, blah 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 blah. And she gave me her name. And so I messaged the girl on Facebook. And I was like, hey, I'm trying to settle a dispute. I have a perfect place for it. You two come out, solve your beef, and then that's the end of it. And she was like, well, I don't need to, basically, like, I don't need to sink to that level, and I would destroy her, and yada, yada, yada. And I go, well, why don't you just come out and do that then? Well, it got the other lady messaged me and said, hey, she's trying to get a lawyer now and sue me for harassment. So I messaged the one lady back and I was like, well, it looks like it's not going to happen. Some people would rather solve things face to face. The other people would rather solve it with a lawyer. I guess. Whatever. Oh, my sinus even hurts right there. Jeez. But we are completely open to having women come out and fight. We just can't get any women to come out and fight. So, and you are considering coming out, get a hold of me. We can talk about matches beforehand. If you're not cool with something, no problem. Nobody ever has to say yes to a match. Fire chicken versus anybody, but no Superman punches. Exactly. Don't Superman punch El Perro. He will El Perro you. Oh. Let's see that video. So it's got a few minutes left. The thing about my internet up here, I got Comcast and I upgraded my internet, but they sent a faster modem. Shout out a mortgage company and get a consultant fee about $5. Maybe. Chris, if I mean that's kind of like a sponsorship thing. If you're interested, maybe you could hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook's the best one. I tend to get back to people a little bit more. Instagram I don't check every day. But if you can't get a hold of me because say you don't have a Facebook, you could say Scrapyard Fighting. Scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. How's that work? If you guys are ever interested in donating to the Scrapyard, donations are actually what helped us get that cage built, sponsors, and all that stuff. firechicken76@gmail. That's the donation fund, or you can hit me up with a super chat on here. Discord. So my issue is I got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and they're pretty time consuming. I don't know a whole lot about Discord. I know that Jens Pulver follows our fights on Discord. And yes, we are, Christopher. We are actually a legit branch from Street Beefs. We are Street Beef Scrapyard. I mean, you can see, like, Street Beefs is a trademark name. You can't just go and make up a Street Beefs branch yourself. You got to basically have permission from Scarface himself. We had all our fights on the main channel. I don't want to get too much into that. on their channel, we do still have like Arm & Hammer versus True Grit on there, and I got a tickle in my throat tonight. But yeah, you know, we are a legitimate branch. I fought for Street Beefs like 3 years ago now. Whoa. Not Corona, I swear. Man, I might need to get some water. Yeah, golden hands, but it hurts. It hurts. And it was from doing something stupid too. I know. I don't want to get you guys sick. Now it's like a tickle in my throat, like right here. I gotta grab a water. Don't go anywhere, okay? Much better. I was that close to dying. That close. Okay, so last question I saw was my fight record. Let's see here. My Street Beefs fight record is 3-0 in boxing. I haven't done MMA in Street Beefs yet. Yeah, Fire Chicken didn't die. I got my water. I'm 3-0 in Street Beefs. 2 of those are in the main branch. 1 was in the scrapyard. I've done some grappling matches in the scrapyard. I don't really count grappling matches for on your main record. If you want to keep track of those and put them into like a grappling record, that's fine. But yeah, they don't really count. So we do kickboxing, boxing, and MMA. Those I just lump those all into one record. You know. Yeah, Abe. I don't know, man. And then for when I did sanctioned fighting MMA, I went 3-1. The last one was a title fight, and I lost. I gassed out fourth round, championship rounds. So, Abe, I don't know why they don't. They said they had a problem with the videos and they pulled them down. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll put some back up there. But you know, we are building the scrapyard, and I'm really liking the community that we've built, you know, Juan, Buddy V, you know, all you, even Golden Hands and all the people that are just, even people that are just like tuning in and having conversations with us, you know. You guys all help make the scrapyard what it is. So, but you know, we just trying to live up to kind of what Street Beast was originally intended on. Backyard fights, like we built that cage with our bare hands out in the rain, you know, with parts that you would find at Home Depot and that kind of stuff. So yeah, backyard fighting. Chris, I guess it's I don't know. I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. I mean, we definitely have a deal worked out, but thank you, King Warlord. I remember you as being like one of our first supporters on YouTube. And same with Abe. Abe's been around a while. King Warlord, Nepthu. I'm forgetting. I'm sure I'm forgetting some of them. Just names that I see come across here quite a bit. But you guys are big supporters. You know, that's really cool. Appreciate it. You guys have supported us, you know, just being around and partaking in conversations and sometimes super chatting and that kind of stuff too. Always nice. Thanks, King Warlord. Yeah. We are a tight knit community. I really feel like that's a good statement. We've got a really good group of people here. And the people that came out tonight, Buddy V, you know, everybody, man, they were just, some of the new people, they were just so impressed. They were like, geez, this is so cool. I wish there was a way I could. So that video, Buddy V, of me getting cracked is going up on the, what do you call it? The, not early access. It's exclusive content and higher. So, yeah, it's exclusive content. So anybody that does the paid membership thing can watch this. But if you don't do the paid membership thing and you just want to watch some of our stuff, we do have some of our stuff on the Facebook group too. We did a couple lives earlier. Chris Burton, thank you, bro. If Chris is watching this, thanks, brother, for the donation. Okay, no big deal. Yeah, it was. It was a good hit. Thanks. We tried to just make a well-built cage, you know. Like I wanted it to be secure, not move around. And because we get so much rain out here, I wanted to have a turf floor. It was actually my wife's idea. You know, I told her like, oh, it's a dumb idea. And then I decided that's not a dumb idea. And we went with a turf floor. Wifey wins. Happy wifey, happy lifey. Right? She made a good decision though. I'm really, really happy with it. You know, Buddy V, I rolled with you on it today. You know, I didn't really turf burn, but I had a scab on my elbow and it ripped the scab off. So it's not perfect, but when you weigh the pros and cons of it, it's got way more way more pros than cons. So plus you don't have to mow it. It doesn't go away. When you have grass and people are constantly on grass, it just eats away at it, and it turns into just patch of dirt. And then it rains and dirt turns to mud. Then you have to find some way to, like hay or sand or something to counter it. Buddy V, did you watch that video I just posted? Or Juan? I don't know if Juan's still on here. We've lost a few people on here. Actually, people keep coming in and leaving. That's fine. Did any new records go up on the wall after last event? Can't remember. Watched so many fights. Yes, actually. Jay Gotham got the fastest submission in our branch. So Jay Gotham's actually replacing Gumby's name on the wall. And it's unfortunate because I kind of wanted Gumby to stay on the wall because he's been with us since the beginning. First event. It was cool to see his name up there, but I wanted him to get those 8 wins and get on that wall. Golden Hands is going for those 8 wins. You're all the way in Georgia? Well, Abe, I will tell you, you could either fight for Virginia branch. You could talk to Pound for Pound and fight for them, or the main branch, or since you're such a big part of the scrapyard, you could hop on a plane, make a weekend out of it. I'm considering going down to Cali. I'm considering going down to Cali to watch some fights at Street Beast West Coast. I'd like to get down there and see that. But yes, plane tickets are cheaper right now. That's why I'm considering going down to Cali. Going back to Cali. Um, yeah, I could, Cedric. I do have a setup on my computer to do reactions. What's the closest branch to Washington State? That is this branch, the scrapyard. If you couldn't tell, Sasquatch lives in Washington State. Go to Street Beef Scrapyard on Facebook and join the group. Are you looking to fight, or are you just looking to be part of the group, or what? Buddy V, you are our only scrapyard fighter that's gone and fought somewhere else, I believe. I think Gash is looking to get out and fight in either West Coast or the main branch. Part of the group. Yeah, join the Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Most of the people in the group aren't fighters. They're just interested in watching fights and partaking in the conversations and meeting people. We do allow spectators out once in a while. Geez. Yeah, fortunately I have a good job that I can manage a lot of stuff while I'm at work. It's hard when I with the family, like if I want to have a sparring session or something, that's a little bit tougher. Or if I do a live, after work. I can't do lives at work because um I don't have a camera in my phone, at work. I'm not going to get into why we just can't have cameras at work. Hey, thanks, Austin. Right on. Oh, Juan, it was bad, wasn't it? That hurt. It still hurts. But I didn't get a serious injury out of it. At least I don't think. So I'm in high spirits about it. But I was questioning it at first because my face was numb. I don't know if you've ever been hit in the face so hard that your face goes numb. Jeez. It was brutally stupid. I'm never throwing that stupid punch again. But yeah, and then family stuff, we do a lot of stuff as a family. So I just try to sneak this in there and do what I can when I can. I definitely appreciate everybody that steps up and helps out with moderating the group and helping set stuff up. People that come out and help at the fights, geez. I'm a welder. I'm a welder. I weld on like big boats and submarines and stuff. So yeah, it's a good job. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now, and yeah, they do support the scrapyard. They help out. Uh, in the group too, so yeah, it it would be really hard to do this if it would be really hard to do this if they didn't support it. There'd be a lot of friction. No, I didn't. I didn't serve in the military. Um, but I might have something to do with them now. Sorry if I'm vague on stuff. I just personal stuff. I don't like to throw a lot of details out about. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm 38. Uh, yeah. Got the family too. Yep. But I I really enjoy running this thing and then being able to train with people and jump in with people that are 20 years old and yeah. There's that ridge where experience and youth meet. A side of it on if you keep bringing it up, it'll happen eventually. Basically what I need to do is I need to write down like a script kind of deal. So maybe while I'm at work, um the youngest fighter we've had in our cage, I believe, is 18. We we don't let anybody fight we don't let anybody fight under 18. It's 18 and over. But I'm sure we've had 18. I think at the last event that one of the dudes was 18. The oldest fighter that we've had in the scrapyard, 60 years old. You should check that fight out. Anomaly versus Rabbit. I like linking these. I like linking these fights to you guys so you guys can sit and watch them. There it is. Rabbit versus Anomaly. Okay, check this out. Oh, hey, thanks, Robert. I think low stress helps with that. Although sometimes I get a little stressed out with the scrapyard, but not too much. I try to stay Pretty level-headed. Forgot Buddy V. Check his brand out, Zool. Thanks for the hat, bro. I heard there were fights on tonight, but I didn't get a chance to watch them. I was really busy out the cage. Oh, man. You know, that's a tough question, Jesse, because some of the branches have significantly more people. But I think, and I'm not trying to go in like a roundabout way on answering this, but I honestly think like it just, there's talented fighters in every branch, different weight classes, different styles of fighting. So, but it's hard to say who has the most talent. I definitely think the Scrapyard has a very, very high amount of talent in our group. Arm and Hammer, Golden Hands, Pookie, Ponyboy, Animal. I mean, you go watch some of our fights. There's a lot of a high technical aspect. Let's see. Robert, no, I didn't get my ass kicked. I ate a punch. I ate a punch, man. You know, like shit happens. It's okay. Yeah, I will. I mean, this is like the only spot right here that I think you guys can see. It hurts. Like, yeah, it hurts. Hitmonlee is fighting this month. Yeah, Anomaly still got it. What are all the beefs all about? So Street Beefs is founded on solving disputes between people. Scarface started it back, I think, like 13 years ago, and basically there's a lot of like gang violence and really serious stuff over where he's from, and so he offered people a place to come together and solve their problems by putting gloves on rather than uh, solving it in the streets where somebody could get killed. So I truly believe, like, you know, having people do that, like his vision, it saves lives. So yeah, you know, I haven't really, I really haven't heard much from True Grit. He came out, I want to say it was January. No, it wasn't January. It was the event that our doofus camera guy didn't push the record button on on the camera, and we lost 4 fights. True Grit did a match. It was a grappling match against Paperboy, and it ended up being a I believe, because no submissions were had. So, but it was really technical back and forth. Those guys are higher level BJJ grapplers. I miss True Grit too. He's a friend of mine. I trained with him, you know, and just haven't heard from him. I think I've tagged him and stuff. But you know what? When True Grit's ready to come back, True Grit will message me and say, I want to come back and fight. I don't like bugging people and pressuring them into fighting. It's not what I try to do. I just sometimes I'll message them and be like, "Hey, do you want to fight this month?" Just trying to see if maybe they're training and interested in it, or maybe I'll find somebody that would be a good matchup for them ahead of time. Like, hey, I found this guy. You can watch his videos. Tell me what you think. Resume. I don't know what you mean. R2? Resume? I don't know what that means. I'm glad I'm fine too, Robert. How long have you been? How long have I been? How long have I been clipping my fingernails? How long have I been alive? How long have I been fighting? Maybe that's what it is. Fighting, I started doing MMA. I started okay. I started training MMA back in like 2004. And it was only like a matter of time. Hey, King Warlord, thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure to have you on. I so I started training in '04. You know, when I was like a kid and stuff, getting bullied and everything. So I always had like an interest in learning how to fight. Out of necessity, you want to you have that reason to get better and learn something how to defend yourself. So I always had that. I actually did a boxing match when I was 9 years old. I mean, I didn't really know how to box, but anyway, I started training in '04. I trained for a few years, and then I did like 4 MMA matches. I went 3-1, and I I got my job, and then I stopped fighting. I've always kind of trained, and then I got into boxing about 3 or 4 years ago, and this is a great outlet for me to be able to box. Let's see. Do fighters get paid, or like how does street beefs work? No, fighters don't get paid, and the main reason for that is it's illegal. So we're the only fighters that get paid are pro fighters. They're pro fighters. They're the ones that get paid. Simple as that. If you're an amateur fighter, like you go and you fight at a casino and it's amateur, not pro, you're not getting paid. So, but street beefs works. You don't have to pay anything because some places with like amateur MMA, you have to pay a fee to fight. Okay. We don't charge a fee and we don't pay fighters. But you do get a lot of really cool promotion out of it. People will find out your name. You'll have thousands of people that have seen you fight. 10,000, 100,000, a million. Shoot, Arm and Hammer versus True Grit. I mean, that's up to, I want to say like 3 million views now. 3 million people have seen Arm and Hammer throw that head kick. So that's very, very impressive. Um, have I been in a bar fight? I mean, I've been in a bar when there was a fight going on, and it was after I started training my stuff, and I chose not to get involved. I mean, nobody came up to me and tried to fight me, so I don't really feel a need to go out of my way to show off. There's no reason to. I would rather get in the ring like out here with our training night and uh, train with skilled experienced fighters. Who has the best MMA resume in the scrapyard? Gumby. He retired, but he was 5-0 and oh wait, he had a kickboxing match. But okay, so he was 4-0 in MMA. Pony Boy is 3-0 heavyweight MMA. Who else? Isaiah is 3-1. We haven't even been doing this a year yet, so give it time. Are you the owner of Street Beefs? I am not the owner of Street Beefs. Scarface in Virginia created Street Beefs and is the owner of the name Street Beefs. We are just a branch under the main branch. They're the main branch. We are a branch on the tree. Authorized by Scarface. That's important. Gumby retired. He didn't retire from fighting. He retired to pursue a sanctioned fighting career. He wants to go pro eventually. This is going to really sound bad. Anto, I didn't see it. I wish I could watch. I wish I could watch every MMA match that comes out, UFC, Bellator, all that stuff. I just don't have time. I try to watch the big names and all that stuff. You just joined. What does I got cracked mean? It means I did like 15 rounds of sparring tonight, and El Perro threw an overhand right at me, and I ate a punch right here, and it was a bad one. It made my face numb. It made my tooth hurt. Made my eye like I was like look like my vision was, oh man, my eye still hurts. My vision was messed up for a minute or two. I took a knee and was like, yeah, I'm done. I I I took 3 ibuprofen as soon as it happened because I knew it was gonna hurt, but it's only gotten better since I got hit. But honestly, I don't think I've never been hit like that before. Oh, I only man, I went back to sparring. Uh dude, this happened. So this happened about 6 hours ago. Um it definitely wasn't a concussion. Yeah, Abe, you're right. Avoid street fights. So it definitely wasn't a concussion. It was just, I know myself pretty well. My face was numb right here, and then my tooth hurt, and my eye hurt, and my vision was kind of messed up. And then my vision came back after a minute, and then the feeling came back to my face in about 20 minutes, and my tooth still hurts, but I had a mouthpiece in. You always want to wear a mouthpiece. But my teeth are fine. Like I didn't get them. They just hurt a little bit. So, but I went back to sparring about 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. I did some grappling rounds with Buddy V and Seek John. I did a grappling round with him. And then a new guy showed up out there, and I jumped back in, and I think I only got hit like one time. Ooh, you want to ask me a serious favor? You can ask for sure. But Abe, yeah, you're right, man. There's so many bad things that could happen. Most matches go unfilmed. Do you film it all? Um, we film every fight. The only ones that we didn't film were four that didn't get filmed on accident. But we film all the fights. Yeah, yeah, they're all filmed. And those fights that didn't get filmed, there were a lot of pictures at that event. We had somebody taking like still shots over and over and over again. And I actually made a video up of a couple of the fights. I made a video up of the pictures and I commentated on it. So it was like the fighters still got um, notoriety for being in those fights, which that's just horrible losing a fight, not losing a fight, losing fighting footage, I should say. Random question: is it true that somebody's hands feet can be registered as in getting charged with using a weapon? Um, I've heard that before. I don't know the details on it, but I'll tell you this: if you go get in a fight and you have a history of um, if you have a history of experience and you absolutely destroy somebody in a street fight, you're probably going to go to jail. I'm just saying. The more you learn about fighting, the more you can avoid getting hurt. Okay. If somebody attacks me and they're not very experienced, but they are aggressive toward me, I can find a way to nullify the situation without absolutely destroying them. So a lot of that is just situational. It depends on the judge. It depends on witnesses. It depends on how severe, how far you took it. Um, History of fights getting lost. I don't know if Street Beast has ever. I don't know of any fights that they've ever not recorded or whatever. Would you bulk gain weight to be able to hold your own against someone big? Um, well, look at the trade-off of muscle mass. Okay, so I used to be really into lifting weights. I had a 355 bench press. I weighed 100. I fought at 170 while I was benching that. Um, but those muscles require oxygen and you can gas out quicker. But the positive is, especially for ground fighting, you have more control over a person. So um, I don't know about bulking to gain weight. I would rather fight at my natural weight or maybe cut a little bit of weight and drop down a weight class. But would be interested to get an update on your feelings over the incident that you had filming drive. Oh, okay, Golden Child. Yeah, I will give an there's nothing really to update. I got really irritated with childish behavior. Um, it was first that I've seen from that. So uh, I got tired of it and I kicked the guys out of the group until they grow up. Put it that way. They didn't do they didn't do something that was just unforgivable in my opinion. It's not like that. It's just that I don't know. They did stuff in the group that you're not supposed to do. Steve, what are your thoughts on the upcoming rematch between Golden Hands and Gaio? Who will take this one? Both of these guys have fought with each other now, and they know how each other move. Um, I think Golden Hands is going to step up his training a little bit. To be honest, um, I could see I could see a little bit nastier version of Golden Hands in this one, but Gaio knows some of the tricks that Golden Hands likes to pull, and maybe he gets more prepared for it. I can't give you an honest opinion on who I think is going to win that fight because it was so close last time. It's going to come down to who trains harder and who wants it more. That's what I think. Cops need more training. I agree 100%. It should be a prerequisite to have at least a blue belt, but I would say if every police officer had a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you probably wouldn't have as many issues. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still incidences where that stuff doesn't come into play, where it's guns and that kind of stuff. And a lot of times you don't get to see what happens because there wasn't filming beforehand or whatever. But as far as the grappling stuff goes, I watched a guy in Walmart, not personally, but I watched a video. A guy in Walmart straight up just busted out a window and stole like a PS5, and he was walking away with it. And this cop took him down and straight up used jiu-jitsu on him, and it was beautiful. Didn't have to beat him up, nothing. But that should be a prerequisite. It would also help the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms by having, getting a little bit more business and all that. So, let's see. Are you bigger now than last year? No judgment, just an observation. Yeah, I gained like 10 pounds, just not that much. And I'll honestly say it's from COVID and not being able to train. I am getting out and training a little bit more, but when I take my diet more seriously, then I drop 10 pounds. It's not a huge thing, but so I'm 195 right now, and when I was fought in Virginia, I was 185. But summer's coming up. I'll be more active. Gotcha. It's super late though. It is super late. Yeah, Robert, I'm Steve. Steve the Fire Chicken. Guys, I've had a really great time talking to you. I've had a great time sparring with everybody tonight, and I got to get some well-deserved sleep. So, oh well, I'm getting better. I mean, I'm training more frequently, I guess. My coach left. I don't have a coach anymore. So what I'm getting is experience from sparring other people, which I never really had that when my coach was here. It was kind of just me, my coach, and maybe one or two other people that would spar. And he helped me get to where I got to, but then sparring with other people, I'm learning to adapt to different types of fighting or different styles of fighting. Thanks, Golden Child. Guys, I'm gonna get off here though. I do really appreciate it. Yeah, I posted it, Robert. I posted it up top, right here. I'll repost it for you. Okay. If you want, you can hit me up on there. Thanks, guys. Good night. Good night, Abe. Good night, Golden Child. Good night, Robert. Thanks. Oh, all right, guys. Fire Chicken out.